Okay, I think I'll go live anyway, right? Yep. Okay, so the live stream wasn't working. I'm here now, so going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing RoboCop Rogue City once again, but this time on the Steam Deck. So first of all, thanks to Nacon for providing a code of the game. So yet another Unreal Engine 5 game. I tried this on the Steam Deck with a demo, but it had lots of stutter and horrible performance. And I thought it was Unreal Engine 4 at first, so now I know it's Unreal Engine 5, so I need to temper my expectations a little bit further. The Steam Deck compatibility is unknown, but usually this means medium to low settings with performance upscaling. So let's get to it. We're using Proton Experimental. So here we go. Let's try it. I'm live, yeah. Nice to see you guys once again. Let's see if it runs better than the demo on the Steam Deck. But if my guess is correct, it's probably going to be a mix between upload not started, whatever. So if my expectation would be basically low settings with a couple things on medium, and then probably 50% resolution with TSR, because FSR in this game looks horrible. And I'm going to mute the audio for a couple seconds so I can disable the music. Okay, there we go. So on the settings, the game recommends us quality FSR 2.2 and epic settings. Yeah, probably something wrong there. Let's start with medium. Probably shadows and effects will need to go to low, but that's to be expected, really. And instead of FSR that looks horrible in this game, use either XeSS or TSR. TSR, I think it looks the best in this game so far. So this is TSR 50% and medium settings. It's a little improvement, occasional freezing. Okay. Yeah, the game is a lot of fun, I agree. But let's see how it does on the Steam Deck. All right. Medium settings, 50% TSR. Let's go. I think I'll do a new game. Yeah. We'll continue, and after that I do a new game, because the beginning of the game seemed to be the most demanding. A lot of shooting happening. Oh, never mind.
Yes, I definitely hear some commotion on the...
The game saved my progress up to this point. Okay. Seems to be good. But I'm probably lowering the effects to low. VRAM, we're fine. Yep. I think this should do. So guys, for what I've been playing on my main computer, I'd say effects on low is the best way to do it. Until I think we can crank it up. And maybe, yeah, I think TSR at 50% is good enough. Maybe let's put it at 58. Yeah, 58. And let's see what happens. Effects was one of the big ones for me, and shadows, but shadows on low is very, very poor. Again, it's a Steam Deck, so of course, but still. Okay. Hey, Darth Decimus, it's been a while. So that should give us 30s. Let's find out. This will be like balanced FSR, to say it in some way. Yeah, Yeah, no, 50% TSR will have to be. 58 is still too much. So basically performance FSR, but using TSR. Again, FSR looks horrible in this game.
Gonna die here.
There we go. Probably going to drop below 30 in a couple areas. But on the Steam Deck screen with TSR, it should be a good way to do it. Okay, he's still alive somehow. Nice.
Operator, this is Lewis. Me and Murphy discovered a Torchhead's nuke lab at the old slaughterhouse.
Fallout 4? No,
Multiple
Fallout 4
subjects
looks
were
very
neutralized,
different.
But there are still active threats in the vicinity. Gang leader in...
Actually,
Another locked door.
it runs better than the demo
I'm
for
going
me.
to call this probable cause. No need for a
I'm going to
warrant.
restart my save for this part. So we're gonna see a more action-focused part. Because when there's a lot of action is when the game really suffers. And the first level has lots of effects going on. Yeah, this feels like an older game like from the early 2000s, but with a new engine. Which is fine by me. It's something different at least than what I used to at this time in 2023. Machine gun, I forgot about that. Okay, so definitely 50% resolution is a must. Because the particles will kill the performance otherwise. Let's check very quickly XeSS. XeSS should still look pretty good. Probably softer than TSR, but way better than FSR in this game. FSR in this game, don't even try it. Yeah, for the Steam Deck it's pretty good. Runs better than the demo so far. I think actually, yeah, this looks less sharp. But the particles are not pixelated. They're actually squares now instead of pixel, grainy pixels. Not sure which one I dig more.
That is when having a conversational partner comes in handy.
Yeah, I'm noticing that XeSS is a bit softer. But the other one, TSR, is a bit over-sharpened. Some edges are too rough. That's how close looking frames. No big deal.
I'm invincible!
Okay, more enemies. Playing a handheld, yeah, the resolution like this on the handheld is fun.
Gonna go boom!
By the way, guys, this part also dropped on my PC. Oof, I almost died there. So I'm guessing this part is one of the worst case scenarios. Let me see if I can fix this. If TSR runs better, let's check that. Okay, a couple extra frames. Not a huge difference. This area is super tough. Let's try low shadows. Yeah, that did it. Alright. But still this part drops very significantly. Well, first death. Yeah, let's try that again. But in the first area of the game, let's see if that's still more demanding than this. So it dropped into the 26 FPS range. So
I'm invincible!
Can you try soldering your 750 Ti into the Steam Deck? Probably not going to be better.
It's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I dig TSR more than XeSS in this game. Because the particles are basically grainy, but on XeSS they are like squares. I'm not sure which one is better. And by the way, those lines are because I'm almost dead. So RoboCop CRT's screams, cannot take it. Anyway, let's start the game from scratch. Let's see if the beginning is still bad. Hey Nail! Well, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. How are you doing? Whoops, wrong button. Now you really want to play this? Well, it's always an option. Skip this. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth.
Good to see you, Murphy. Lieutenant's at the main entrance.
Okay, so reflections are grainy just like on my computer with upscaling. You're gonna check like a Dragon Gaiden? Probably not, we'll see. I'm very short on time on those dates. We have a very big delivery
If it keeps on like this,
at my work.
I'm gonna give you 10 milligrams
I'll think about
of
it.
diazepam to make you comfortable.
I mean, I'm interested in the game, but it's not like I'm dying to play the Like a Dragon game at the moment. Too many games. Right. Okay. This part was usually pretty bad on the performance side. So definitely the part that I was on my save file a moment ago was worse. So I would say for most of the game, TSR 50% resolution plus medium settings with low effects should do the job. Shadows can stay on medium. And that should do. Let's continue playing now that I have more time. We're only 15 minutes in. And I honestly want to keep playing. It's a very fun game. The thing is, also you can do XeSS performance for the same, almost the same performance. But the thing is, XeSS looks a bit blurrier. This one looks sharper, but it can also look very grainy on the particles. So, up to you there. Performance is very similar. Maybe a couple extra frames with TSR.
Give him a warm welcome.
Sup, Solid Snake 680. How's it going? But credit where credit is due. Runs way better than the demo for me. On the demo I had to play on low settings performance XeSS and it still dropped below 30 in this area. And no shader compilation stutter, which is a huge plus. So I'm happy they actually fixed it from the demo.
All personnel, leave immediately.
Try FSR just for giggles. Well, it's pretty simple. See this, guys? Not sure if you notice.
All personnel,
These particles are like
evacuate immediately.
weird squares. Not sure if you guys can see that. It's like a square with a line around it. So if I use XeSS as an example on performance, instead of squares with lines, it's more like just squares and with ghosting behind them.
Warning.
But then if we enable FSR, it's just a mix of squares and some ghosting, but you get better performance, so up to you. But it looks much worse in my opinion, especially when moving the camera. When moving the camera, oh man, it looks horrible. It's like it gets over sharpened when I move the camera. I don't know what happened with FSR on this one. So again, use either XeSS on performance or TSR at 50%. You can't see it? Okay. Awesome that you're fine, man. So for now, I'll keep XeSS performance. If you like TSR, you can also use that at 50%, which is the same as performance. And medium settings and low effects, and you should be good to go. Some parts of the game will drop below 30. But again, it's not the norm, at least so far. And the cutscenes are going to drop, unfortunately.
They sabotage the elevators and
You just can't always see it. That's okay,
obviously
man.
don't want to be disturbed.
With the compression, it doesn't help.
That graffiti is
I'm
fresh.
used to people not noticing, by the way. It's that I see this stuff all day, so... all day. Almost every day. My eyes are trained for this. It's like, well, the Digital Foundry guys probably have better eyes than me for this. But sometimes when they say, oh yeah, it's horrible, it drops
I
into
will keep them coming.
the mid-50s, and I'm like, how did
What
you
a warm
notice that?
welcome, don't you think?
I mean, I can see it, but it doesn't destroy my experience when a game drops from 60 to 55. And they talk about drops into 55 like it was 20 FPS. I don't know. Maybe they're used to play at nothing below 60. But who knows? But again, the most noticeable thing with this low resolution is that the particles, the metallic sparks, are squares.
Poor guy.
FSR2 is terrible in Alan Wake 2 as well. Yeah. That's bad. I mean, it looks like FSR on Alan Wake 2. It's not unplayable, but if I can avoid it, that's good. I think in Alan Wake 2 is very obvious in trees, but in the rest, FSR2 wasn't that bad for me in that game. It beats playing the game below 30 though. I prefer the no lines on the squares, so you rather have the chunky squares like I have right now. Because you either have those squares or squares that look like a CRT, like an old VHS tape. Yeah, I think I take the other ones. Even the muzzle flash for the gun is pixelated. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think I'd rather take XeSS. Yeah. It doesn't destroy the muzzle effect on the gun. So yeah, either TSR or XeSS performance, and you should be good to go. But again, remember it's 50% resolution. Don't go anything higher than that. Yeah, that's a good point. FSR on Alan Wake 2 looks pretty sharp in comparison to other games, but not stable. I usually see that with trees. I think I could play this at 4K below 60 on a controller based on the scene which you're playing. Yeah, with a controller it's harder to notice. What I noticed with mouse and keyboard is some input lag, even at higher FPS, which with a controller will be less noticeable. So it should be fun with a controller. And again, UE5 on the go, so hell yeah. Talking about on the go, let me unplug the charger so we see the battery life. One sec, it's going to go back and forth. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 still looks great. Have you tried the ROG Ally? No, I cannot afford another handheld. But looks interesting. The thing is, I wish those handhelds could be with SteamOS as an option instead of Windows. I like Windows, but it's not handheld friendly.
I think I've got something just for
Yeah, film grain and pixelation. Well, you can disable film grain in that game.
Slime back.
Let's see. Oh, this part has lots of destruction. This will be fun. It's funny, the glass looks like black goo. It's like the symbiote in Spider-Man. The glass, when it shatters. Look, a symbiote!
get some.
Okay, this is one of those sections that I told you is going to drop below 30. Again, usually because of the heavy destruction. It's not like you can level buildings like in Battlefield, obviously. But there is a good spectacle going on.
Nice and easy.
Through the window! Boink. Did somebody say fly? You're free from this mortal coil. Alright, I thought this part was going to be in the mid-20s due to the amount of destruction, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
Almost there.
Yeah, the section looks very blocky, and we have 90 minutes of battery at best. It's okay, I mean, it's an Unreal Engine 5 game. I mean, if we lock it to 30, let's do that. Let's lock it to 30 to maximize battery. Down here. Hopefully the FPS cap on this one is good. Okay, not bad. I wish RoboCop had gore just like in the movie. This game has a lot of gore, especially if you do headshots. Not sure if you noticed there. I mean, you cannot do that with ragdolls. Oh. I like that the hair is super blocky like in Resident Evil
really
games.
needs to see a doctor.
That sucks. There we go. So instead of 90 minutes, you might get 100 minutes of battery. I remember, you're going to see this in a 7-inch screen. Drop some frames below 30. Oh god. I thought there was just blood and not gore. Yeah, gore, it's there. I mean, look at this. Doink. Sometimes their heads explode, not sure why it didn't. And the blood runs through the wall. see if this can. There we go. And the headpieces stay in the ground. So yeah, the gore is there. I'm happy they didn't go easy on the gore. Yeah, I mean, being UE5 is why we need lots of battery. That is an hour and a half. Could be worse. I always wonder how... Okay, I don't know what that is. Reduce to atoms. They scream even when their heads blown up. The magic of cinema. Yeah, the 30 FPS lock isn't amazing so far. Maybe use the MANGOHUD FPS lock. The one that is a command line, don't use this FPS lock because there's a lot of latency.
Sure thing, Mom. What are we having?
Gonna make Alan Wake 2 more than 60 on a 1050 Ti. Oh no! Unplayable.
Alex, what do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern. James really looks like
Breaching! Oops, helmet. Oh my god. Horrible. Anybody else? Yeah, there are some Real Engine 5 games that don't stutter. Well, this is one of them. The stutter that I'm seeing right now is with the 30 FPS cap. Without the 30 FPS cap, it wasn't that strong. This used to stutter like hell on the demo. I'm happy that they fixed that because it was unplayable on the demo for me. I shot a wall and boom, stutters.
Everyone is dismissed. And Lewis, I
So yeah. Don't use this FPS cap.
need your report on the
Use the command
on the double.
in MANGOHUD to lock the FPS.
God damn it, when will this
The
be
one in the
fixed?
game itself is not great. Okay, maybe one day
There's my
1.8.
favorite walking, talking law enforcement machine.
Nice. Yeah, the NPCs don't look good, but I mean, considering it's a AA game, it makes sense. Still, I wish those character models were better, but what can you do? It has like a B-movie feel to it so far.
Well, I can already see some unwanted activity in your hippocampus.
There's a game on your
We'll have to
stats.
Keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to serve.
Yeah, that's basically Santiago in a nutshell. There's stats in my game.
I agree.
No. There's a game in my stats.
say we didn't try.
What's your favorite game, Santiago? MSI Afterburner.
Man, I tell you, it was
And on the Steam Deck, MANGOHUD.
good job you had Murphy. You bet. Without him, we'd all be
Shooting range. Yeah, there's some traversal stutters inside the police station actually.
Murphy, I heard you're scheduled for calibration. Step right up and press the button when you're ready. 50 points is what OCP calls a passing grade. Shouldn't be a problem to you. It's 50, unless you want to try to break the
Doink.
record.
Focused. Last one. There we go. I'm doing this at 30 FPS. LMAO. No.
Good
Okay.
job. I'll let the eggheads know that you're good to go. See you in the briefing.
Oh man, yeah, in Dead Space the traversal stutters are something else. Yeah, but so far it's been only in the police station.
Could you please help me out here?
Well, actually I'm maxing out my RAM and VRAM,
Just
so
can't do it. There is no way.
maybe low textures improves the situation a bit.
What's on today's
Give me a
agenda?
hand.
The agenda is that you sit your ass down and. It's no secret. that crime
Chinese
has been
food,
on
a
the
beer,
rise
and watching
ever
Santiago
since
getting
one
tortured by a
immediate
good
new
RoboCop
guy
game.
in town showed
Hell
up
yeah,
and
what a
said
night.
the
Which-
I agree.
What?
It's 6 p.m.
Oh,
here,
oh.
so night is coming soon.
You go
But I'll
ahead,
do the same
partner.
thing, but not watching my
I
own
need to write this
videos.
report, and there's something else I need to do first.
Yeah, there's still stutters here. Let's see if in the city itself the same happens.
Go get him.
Go get him! Yeah, the gameplay is good. I want to see the full reflection of the gas station on the Steam Deck. That'll be interesting. But the reflections, grainy reflections, will be more noticeable here. It's a lower resolution.
It'd be easier to burn it
Yeah.
all to the ground. Believe me.
Yeah, this part has had a lot of grainy reflections on the PC, but here the resolution is even lower. Oh man. Well, the reflection is still there, at least. But the grain is real. Jesus Christ. You were a beta tester. You post your video and... Yeah, sure. Go for it. Happy to share.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
No. No, can't do. Okay, I was expecting worse when moving around the city. Well, that thing that made it drop on PC was this police car. Those lights cast shadows in real time. So I dropped frames here. Let's see now. Okay, seems to be fine. Just at the edge of 30 FPS. Yeah, the scenery looks amazing. On that we agree completely. Where they dropped the ball was
Now,
in
shiny
the
armor officer.
in the
Wanna be my knight?
NPCs. But RoboCop itself and the environments look great. But you got things like that, like the sirens in the police cars casting shadows. That looks pretty good. I need a warrant. That's fine. I know where to find a warrant. I already played this mission. You need to go to the toilet and ask. Excuse me, person. That is in complete control of itself. Where did you find that funny substance?
Your body readings.
Oh man,
Who sold you?
Yeah, they're the worst NPCs we've seen, but if you see them in contrast with environments, it's more obvious that they are not great NPCs. I mean, it's like when you're eating a, I don't know, a meal somewhere and you get a great burger, but horrible fries. That would be weird, because one part of the food is amazing.
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Hiro, ¿qué tal? Do we have any setting consistently over 30? Unfortunately, consistently over 30 doesn't happen in this game because there's sections when the GPU load is insanely high. So far it's been only one section, which is when you're going to find the boss at the beginning. I forgot the name of the enemy. But it was one part when you get attacked by a big excavator. It's like half an hour away from this section. But it drops into 25. Otherwise, it's been fun. Oh, no arm. Okay, that's very gory. I wasn't expecting that. But I love that I can just destroy heads like it was nothing. So again, as I was saying, consistent over 30 doesn't exist here. But if you don't mind some lower quality shadows, you can put everything on low. But it'll still drop below 30, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'd rather have some graphical improvements. What a slaughter. See, it's XCSS performance.
Open the
suit.
door, or you will.
That's what I was talking about, suit. When you go after suit, that concert. That's when it suffers the most. Looks like a PS2 game, and it isn't a bad thing actually. Yeah, I miss those type of games. It feels again like an old game in a modern engine. And I've been having a lot of fun so far. Yeah, Resident Evil was sick on PlayStation 2. I mean, there was a lot of great franchises back then. That some of them are still around. Do you guys remember the shooter game from the PS2 and Xbox, the OG Xbox, Black? It was made by Criterion Games, the people behind Burnout and some Need for Speed games. That was a really bombastic game. I loved that game as a kid. It was like playing a PlayStation 3 game on PS2, visually, at least for me. If you lock the frame rate to 30, the FPS frame times will be more consistent. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, the in-game FPS lock is not good. And the one from the Steam Deck is usually too... There's a lot of input lag. So yeah, that's a shame. But I think the biggest limiting factor here, apart from the GPU and CPU, is the RAM. The Steam Deck has 16 gigs, and I'm using 10 gigs for the game and 5.6 gigs for the VRAM. And I think the game crashed. It froze. Yep, it froze. So let's take this as a good point to restart the game and try an FPS cap. The one that I was talking to you guys about. I have one of those for Cyberpunk. That is better than the one in-game and better than the one on the Steam Deck's thing. Okay, I don't know where I left that. Hang on. I'll remember in a sec. This is the command. MANGOHUD config FPS limit 30. Once this live stream is over, what the hell happened there? Is my Steam Deck crash now? I think so. Oh, okay, my Steam Deck rebooted for an update without my permission. I love when that happens. Maybe that's why the game crashed. It was maybe installing an update. Robo crash again. Hay un mod que saque Lumen, que yo sepa no. Sí, pero la secuela de ese juego era otro juego totalmente diferente. No, I'm not doing 31. I'm sticking to 30, otherwise people complain, and I had enough of that stuff. So the command is MANGOHUD config FPS limit 30 no display thingy. Hopefully copying works. And now we go to RoboCop. And we paste it. There we go. Thank God. Alright. I'll put that in the description once this live stream is over. Yeah, body count. Yeah, body count is it's a game from the creators of Black, but not the entire team was there. And it wasn't a good game, really. But I wish they made a sequel, a direct sequel instead. I guess EA was not interested. Alright, so XeSS performance, medium settings, low textures, low shadows, low effects, low textures. If you want a few extra frames, low shadows as well. I don't think it's worth it in this case. And that's basically it. So now we got the 30 FPS cap from MANGOHUD. Again, the command will be in the description. Should be a better FPS cap. Bueno, Shodanji, pero whatever. That's your opinion.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently,
31 feels weird. I tried it before.
Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record,
Sí, yo como 20 FPS. Yeah, the game we're talking about with Shodanji, sorry if I killed your name there. It's a game from the PlayStation 3 that ran like at 20 FPS. And FSR looks horrible in this game. That's why I'm not using FSR. FSR runs better, but it looks significantly worse. Don't even try it. I did, and it's a blocky mess. And when you move the camera, the game gets over sharpened with FSR. So not even worth trying. Yeah, lower resolutions are fine on smaller screens. I mean, it makes sense because you don't have a lot of you have less detail and it looks smaller. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, FSR in this game looks horrible.
You need to
I think this is a thing with this game because some games have good FSR implementations. This one is not one of them. So this is one of those, what I was talking about at the beginning. One of those super demanding parts. Whoops. Boom, headshot. Probably the machine gun is the reason. But it feels way more consistent locked to 30. But as you can see, this part is basically unavoidable to have drops, even with low shadows. The mistake I did before was to keep textures on medium. Those should be on low in this game. Bruno, ¿qué tal? Mira, si te gusta RoboCop, que es un juego que parece de hace 15 años atrás, pero con gráficos más modernos, y un juego que la verdad no se toma a sí mismo en serio, te va a gustar. Let's get through the wall. Breaching! Captain Price. We're breaching the wall. Yeah, the issue is when many particles show up. And again, there's nothing you can do to avoid it. I love that this is just like Crysis when grabbing an enemy. And the other option is to use FSR. That looks horrible. That will give you a couple extra frames. Cool sound. Yeah, the Steam Deck needs better frame times with JSAUX. Oh, machine gun. Oh god. Breaching. Boom, headshot. No creo que valga la pena ponerlo todo en low con FSR. Porque vuelve a caer debajo de 30. Ese es el problema. Son esas zonas particulares. Will that explode? No, I don't think so. No, because guys, the alternative is to use the SteamOS FPS lock, which usually gives you a flat line, but the input lag is horrible. It's horrendous. I mean, it's like I moved the mouse and it takes a long time to register. The frame times are good, but it just doesn't respond quickly. It feels like you're playing a streamed game. It feels horrible. Looks like a Tech 9 machine pistol. Kinda. Let's grab the machine gun first. Here we go.
Talk.
Talk or crush every bone in your body.
Lewis.
Yeah, too bad I cannot use Riva Tuner on SteamOS.
Slaughterhouse.
I use it when I'm using Windows on Steam Deck, which is almost never. So yeah. Alright, so we get outside this building, and I'll let you know the final thoughts. There's an Uzi. I think he meant the pistol that I was using, not the machine gun.
So you are an opportunist.
Oh, okay. So it was the Uzi. You reminds me of Fallout 3. Yeah, agreed. Sí, es jugable, sin dudas. Let's see if it still crashes in this part. Okay, so this time it didn't crash here. I'm guessing that was an issue with the textures. Because even on low textures, it's like 6 gigs of VRAM. But again, my main issue is the grainy reflections. This happened on my main computer as well. So yeah, that doesn't look good. But when using upscaling, it seems to be an issue with the game itself. Anyway, so settings, rather simple. Use either XeSS performance, TSR at 50%, which is the same pixel count. If you want to use FSR, do it, but it's more pixelated. You should get a small performance improvement. Then on graphics, low textures, low effects, the rest on medium. You can push these two to low if you want to, but it still drops below 30 in specific scenarios with a lot of shooting, like I showed you a moment ago. So you can lower this, but it won't help you much in those situations. So I think this is the best balance in a way. You can lock the frame rate here, but it's not great on the frame times. You can also lock it here, but I recommend using the command line, the launch command FPS lock that I showed you in many videos. That's usually better for response times. And that's basically it. No, I cannot turn off the screen space reflections, unfortunately. Those are lumen reflections. So unfortunately not. I would, but that's not an option. It happens with any upscaling technique, unfortunately. So yeah, that sucks. Maybe there's a mod in the future, who knows. So thank you guys again for watching. Expect like 90 minutes of battery when it's going at full tilt. This Unreal Engine 5, so performance is kinda what I expected. And it's way better than the demo. The demo had unbearable shader compilation stutter. Now they compile the shaders in the main menu, which is a good thing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching.